Okay, so this is Unit 3, Major Scales of the Keith Snell and Martha Ashley Fundamental Piano Theory, Level 5. And I already did some of it. I did kind of the easier ones just to kind of get it through. I figured if you made it this far, you pretty much know the basic scales memorized by now, I would think. They give you the intervals of the major scale at the top. So whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half, the interval between all the notes of the major scale. So here the first two pages are all sharp. So here's G major, it has one sharp, F sharp, here and here. Ascending and descending for treble clef and bass clef. And then the next one you have D major, which is F sharp and C sharp, ascending and descending. And then you have A major, which is F sharp, C sharp, and G sharp, going up and down. And then the last two that I did, E major, F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, D sharp, ascending and descending, and B major, F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, D sharp, and A sharp. So the last two scales for sharps is F sharp major and C sharp major. And if you have a tricky time doing this and figuring out what your sharps are for this, you can just write out what you know so far. You have F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, D sharp, A sharp, and if you can't remember the last two in the order that they come in, well, the last two, not this one yet, that's for this scale, you can think of your flats backwards. So my first flat is B flat, that would go here, and then this one has to be E flat, now it's going to be sharp, and then B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, C flat, F flat. So what is sharps going forward is actually the flats going backwards and vice versa. So that's kind of an easy trick to remember. If that helps, awesome. If not, we'll find something else eventually that works. So for this scale, F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, D sharp, A sharp, and E sharp. And then we'll add in B sharp for the next scale. So I'm just going to write in all of my note heads first, just kind of align it all in there. Here's my, wow, I'm kind of sitting at an angle here. I just touched the middle line on the staff, so now my stems go up. And do the same going down. I'm going to try and make it nice and legible here. Just want to make sure that they're all in line with each other. I think that's a pretty good job. And now I'm going to add in my sharps. So F sharp, wow, that's a lot of F sharps. So F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, D sharp, A sharp, and E sharp. You could just write in all of the sharps except for B, but I just wanted to show you the process, what we're doing for every scale. So they should all be marked in besides these guys. Okay, C sharp major. They're all sharp. All notes sharp. Oops, what am I doing? Just gonna take some time here, make sure all my notes are lined up. This erasable pen isn't working as well as I hoped it would. Okay, I just have to write in all sharps. This is going to take a bit of time. Just focus on making sure your sharps line up with the line or the space that the note is on. If it doesn't, it's not the worst thing in the world. I think we all get it. And almost, woo, done. And there we go. That's what it looks like. All sharp. That gives you a hand cramp. Okay, so those are the two that are filled out for you. They took a bit of time because, well, yeah, they're the two with the most. So the next page is all flats. Up at the top, they want you to write in the intervals, or the pattern, the whole steps and the half steps from the major scale. So whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. We're gonna do the same exact thing here. I'm not gonna do all these scales because then this video will take forever. But I'll do maybe one here and then I'll do the two hard ones over on the other page. So here I'm gonna do the same exact thing. I'm just gonna, oops, these notes are not lining up. It's never gonna be perfect, but we can at least try and make it legible. Okay, adding in my stems. And there's just one flat and B flat major. Wow, that took no time at all compared to the last page. Okay. Let me actually just tell you what are in these scales. So this was B flat. And I know that, look, it's the name of the next scale. So this one's going to be B flat and E flat. Oh, and look, that was the name of the last one. Huh, that's interesting. B flat, E flat, and A flat, and look, it's the name of the next scale. B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, and you called it, it's the name of the next scale. B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat. B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, and I wonder what it's gonna be. It's gonna be C flat. But if you don't have it, you can just do your sharps backwards. just like how we did with the flats. So sharps backwards is F sharp, C sharp, and G sharp. But now we're going to take away those sharps. And these are the last three flats here. Those are the names of the last flats for this scale. So it's just backwards sharps. Okay, let's do this one. Oopsies. I am adding in stems in directions they do not need to go. And you guessed it, they are all going to be flat. Every single one. Ugh, here we go again. Hand cramp galore. If you have carpal tunnel, I feel very sorry for you. I'm so sorry. I feel like every musician gets carpal tunnel. There we go. All done. So it's kind of a tedious process. You just have to know where the flats or where the sharps go. Feel free to pause the video, rewind the video, do whatever you need to do. And the next unit is not on major scales, but now on minor scales.